Jesus asks this question: why did the teachers of the law say that the Messiah is the son of David? It was very commonly believed at that time that the Messiah, the coming Messiah, was going to be in the biological lineage of King David. You remember, David was the young boy who slayed the giant, became the greatest king in Israel's history. The reason the people believed this was that in 2 Samuel 7, there is a place where God very explicitly says to David, when your days are over and you rest with your ancestors, I will raise up your offspring to succeed you, your own flesh and blood, and I will establish his kingdom. He is the one who will build a house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. This prophecy is alluding to the Messiah, that the Messiah would come from David's biological lineage. And like I said, this was pretty widely accepted among the Jews at that time. Jesus' question, though, is, why do they say that? Why do the teachers of the law say that the Messiah will be David's son when David himself in Psalm 110 says this: the Lord said to my Lord, talking about the Messiah, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet. In other words, the question that Jesus is asking is the Messiah David's son, or is he David's Lord? Maybe we don't totally get that question because we don't live in as much of a patriarchal society as they did, but they understood that if a man was a man's son, he would never be higher in status than his father. It was just unheard of. It would not happen that way. So either, in their minds, the Messiah would be David's son, in that he would be from the biological lineage of David, or he would have to be something else in order to be his Lord. So Jesus' question here is, well, which is it? Is he a son? Is he under David? Or is he David's Lord? Is he above David? And for us, the answer, of course, is very easy because we know who the Messiah is and what he's like. The answer is yes, he's both, right? Jesus is both God and man. According to his divinity, he is David's Lord. According to his humanity, he is David's son. According to his divinity, he is above David. According to his humanity, he is below David. So the answer, of course, to the question is yes. But I think what's important to ask ourselves then is, why does Jesus ask this question of them? Of all the things he could have asked them about, why does he ask them about this? And I think there are three reasons. One of them is just really quick. The Jews had an understanding that the Messiah was going to be the son of David because in their mind, that was the only way the Messiah made sense. Because in their culture, the biggest problem that they woke up with every morning was Roman occupation. And so in their mind, what would solve Roman occupation was a human Messiah who would come and restore Israel to its former political glory. The problem was they had basically avoided the idea that the Messiah would be here for spiritual reasons. In fact, if you look at the rabbinical writings in and around the time of Jesus, you notice that Psalm 110 is eerily absent from the writings of the rabbis. It's almost like they ignored that part of the Bible. And so what Jesus is effectively saying is, you guys have reduced the scriptures down to the things that make sense to you and not the things that you would rather not deal with, which is something that every culture, every person needs to wrestle with. Are there parts of the Bible that I know are in there, but I refuse to read them, or I refuse to apply them to my life? I refuse to believe them because they're inconvenient, or they might require me to change the way that I live, or they might require me to value things differently. Every one of us needs to wrestle with that.